Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Tron on the draw rather for game one. To ignore the Ragavan or to not ignore the Ragavan? 'Tis the question. I don't think I can afford to ignore the Ragavan, unfortunately. Just gives them too much agency. Passing full. Next turn we have the Expedition map. There's Guide Us Souls. We'll draw. Tis a Devourer, a bit late to the party, mind you. We'll pass in full. Only downside now is that we're basically playing behind a turn. There's a world where maybe I shouldn't have played the Expedition map, but I don't think they play anything main deck that can destroy artifacts, so I think this should be fine. We'll see. Blood Moon, Fable, okay. At least it was not a Blood Moon. We'll draw. Karn. Yeah, no reason not to. We'll grab the tower, play the tower, and pass. Next turn we have 9 mana. We should be able to clear their board next turn, as it currently stands with Ugin. As long as we don't die on the spot, which is unlikely, but a hasty Flage might do it. If you have Arena of Glory, I'm kind of in trouble. Thank God you don't. You could Flage me, though. Looks like that's exactly what you're going to do. That's fine. Saves me a Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, normally I'd be a bit worried about this scenario, but I think we're still okay. So we're down to 9. We draw. Second TKS. Ugin, exile, Flage, yield all. Ugin 0. Cast Karn the Great Creator or TKS? I mean, we can go Karn into, I don't know, Vexing Bauble, Tormod's Crypt, basically exile Goblin Shaman plus the Guide. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of inclined to do here. Get all bodies off board. Alternatively, we can just go TKS, get rid of the Guide. I think I'll go that route. Let's get rid of the Guide. TKS, rip a card from hand. There's Pyro, Pyro out, and pass in full. And pass in full. You have 10, 13 mana next turn. Windswept Teeth Surveil. 1 unknown in hand. And opponent scooped up. We'll take the win against Energy. That was close, but thankfully it worked out in our favor. I don't know if I actually want to bring anything in or out. Karn sometimes feels very slow in this matchup. On the play, I think I could argue Bringing in Trinisphere and Chalice on the draw, though, not so much. So yeah, I think we'll just run it back as is. Flute's okay-ish. I think you could argue bringing in a flute, maybe two. It's workable. We'll keep reveal and pass. Sacred Foundry shock. The Ragavan's unfortunate though. Trigger. Second K command. Myco spawn. There's some decent options here. We could go for the power plant, see if we can find the Tower of the K command, but it might not matter in the grand scheme. Myco spawn also gets a body on board while also getting the power plant, so let's go for the Myco spawn. Oh, I just realized. Doesn't matter. They're gonna take the Myco spawn. Unless I cycle the K command, but I really don't want to do that. So, kind of pointless. Yeah, that's kind of pointless no matter how you look at it. I should just give them a land, I suppose. Oh no, I draw. Not on the play. Jesus Christ. Can you tell that I'm tired? Still have the Myco. Just need to hope that they do not have a Blood Moon on 2. End step? They don't play anything for a turn? What? What in the fresh shells in your hand, friend? Tower. Well then. Myco spawn grab the power plant. And pass. I mean, we're set up to potentially win next turn. But it will surveil. I imagine Myco spawn's getting discharged here. I'm assuming an interactive hand, but no discharge. So what is your hand? That's weird. Potentially have a Charmaw here. Flage Helix is fine. They could still have a Charmaw. Ragavan Connect, Pilfer, then Charmaw. Ragavan Pilfer's a Karn. That would have been nice. Another Myco. So, Ugin, target, Rag. Ugin 0. Do I care to Ugin 0 here? Actually, I'm not sure I do. I might just Ugin plus hold up K command here. Yeah, I think that might be the right call. Second K command, love that. Because the Myco spawn can be used to replace a land if they do have Charmaw, for example. Fetch Surveil gets them to 5. No Surveil, though. Blood Moon doesn't do much here since we have the Ugin on board. Ocelot Pride is fine. Johnny is fine. You want to try and flip a Johnny? Pyro is also fine. So in that case, I'm gonna scry draw exile. And done. Ugin trigger, targeted Johnny. And if I don't scoop it up, we'll take the win. Solid. Alright, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. That's a mulligan if I've ever seen one. That's a keep, however. We will keep. We'll pitch the Talisman. Play the power plant, play the map, and pass, and pass. Could be Belcher. Could be Red Belcher. If it's Red Belcher, they could win this turn. It is Red Belcher. Yes, we need this card on board ASAP. End step, crack the map, go for mine. Draw. Mine. Karn. Talisman. Karn minus, yes, for Flute. Flute seems good here. And name Goblin Charbelcher. And pass, and pass. This way I have Charbelcher locked underneath 2. Mystic Peak, Bolt, Ritual, Iron Crag, Stormscale Scion is fine. We'll draw. We have 8 mana. I mean, we can just go bridge and call it a day, honestly. So I'll say minus Karn, yes, for Ensnaring Bridge. Cast Bridge. Cast Talisman. And phone scoops it up, we'll take the win. So yeah, Red Belcher, Stormscale as backup. We're on the draw. Bringing in a Flute seems correct. TKS is good. What's not really going to matter much here? Honestly, the Dismembers. Dismembers aren't going to be doing too much here. Second Flute in. We want Trinisphere in the side for Karn, but we could bring Chalice in. Let's run it back like this. Double Flute, but we have no additional lands. I think I have to mulligan this. That's not much better. Mulligan again. Seriously. Go down to 4. We can keep this. So you pitch you. Pitch you. Pitch you. Keep the Karn. Reveal Devourer and pass. I'd love to see a Talisman here. Go Lab, Tuck, Talisman, Land, Karn. Trigger. There's the Talisman. Pass. And pass. Draw. K command. It's possible that opponent can win next turn. Do we minus Karn for Liquid Metal here? I think I will. Grab Liquid Metal Coating and pass. And pass. Shatter Skull, 17. You could go for the storm scale. If so, we go for bridge. Ritual. Medallion. Manamorphose. Reunion's fine. Do you have another ritual? Iron Crag. Show me the storm scale. And you can haste it. I mean, nothing I can do about that. Straight up. That's a nuts hand right there. I mean, for a 4-card keep, we were in a pretty decent position. Let's be real. Alright. Got out the gemstone. Anything else we want to bring in? Stonebrain, actually. I probably should have brought that in much earlier, now that I think about it. Alright, let's bring that in. On the play for game 3. A talisman would make a world of difference here, but we don't have a talisman, we have a map. Play, tuck. Thing is, we have no turn to play. We're basically relying on Karn again, and as we saw, that isn't necessarily a guarantee. We're gonna keep it. Pitch the forest. Mine pass. And pass. Shatter Skull tapped. And draw. Power Plant, Talisman pass. We need to find something off this K command. Fisher. Thankfully they couldn't play that. 2. Wear Tear. Wear Tear's fine. Ugin. Ugin's not good enough. Let's X equals 5 here. Done. There's Chalice, Flute, and Mycospawn. Mycospawns, no. Chalice and Flute are yes. I think just Chalice on 2 here is probably correct. Which means Flute's off, but we can pocket Flute. So I'm going to say top draw. Chalice for 2 and pass. This way we can play the Ugin and pocket friend Chalice on 2. What are you doing? And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright, solid win against Red Belcher. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. That's a mulligan. The best thing we can find here is a soul land. I mean, K command X1. No. I think we mulligan this. Not a huge fan of this either. Karn on 3 at the earliest. We have map, but not really digging for anything. No K command. We could find it with Devourer, but still, again, a bit slow. Let's go down to 5. We can make this work, yeah. We'll keep, pitch the Ulamog, pitch the Mycospawn, reveal Devourer, trigger. We find the map or the lab. I mean, I think we go for the map. Yeah. Play the power plant and pass. And pass. Surveil. Kaido, Bane of Nightmares. Interesting. Let's play map. Parade of a Force. No force. Tower pass. And pass. It's Tron on 4, but still not bad, all things considered. I doubt they have much of a way to deal with the map. Is it a frog? It's a Riddler draw card. That's fine. Draw. Ugin. Crack the map. Grab mine. Play mine. Hold up Cake Man in case they play, let's say, a Harbinger and they want to cycle. What say you, opponent? Opponent's not playing anything. No reason for us to try and force through Devour or Ugin here. So let's... I mean, they're holding up counter magic. Let's use the K command as permission. No reason to feed the TKS into it when we can push them into a poor position instead. Cling. Shouldn't be clinging or exiling my artifacts. Though out of all the artifacts, hitting a map is pretty benign. End step, K command. X equals 5. They allowed it? What? Interesting. Temple, no. Mycospawn, no. We can more than double cast. We have 10, 15 mana. So I'm going to say Karn top, TKS top, Tower top. Fascinating. Alright, let's fire off TKS number 1. We are telegraphing a little bit that we have a follow-up play, but if that was not obvious, I don't know what is. Pollute Delta fetch. Swamp, okay. TKS lands. Double Fatal Push, Subtlety, Subtlety, Frog. We'll take... I mean, they're going to be able to replace... If I don't take the Fatal Push, then they're going to be able to Fatal Push both my TKSs. Ugh, so annoying. I kind of am fine with them hitting the Frog. I guess I'm going to grab the Subtlety. Cast TKS. So dumb. Double push. Yep, so now they're gonna double push. That's fine. Resolve. Oh, interesting. You gave me a push? I mean, I'll take the push then. Weird. Alright. So this is Frog. Win for game 1. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Dismember's fine. Do we want anything in from sideboard? Flute actually is pretty good. TCAS needs to hit board. It's a little bit sketch, but so is Mycospawn, to be honest. TCAS being able to clear the way is not bad. Maybe go down Mycospawn, go down TKS here. There's also some thought to going down on Karn, because getting Karn or Ugin to resolve is kind of hard. Maybe go down Karn and Ugin, call it. In a deck with Force of Negation, going down Planeswalker is not a bad idea. We can make this work. We'd love to see a Lab off the Devourer. Polluted Delta. Trigger Devourer. No such luck on the Lab, but we do have a Mycospawn. Sure. Temple pass. Polluted Delta 19, Surveil, sure. We'll hold in case we need to cycle the K command. I don't foresee that happening. Hollow Fountain Shock for a Frog. Yes. I'd love to see a Soul Land here so we can force check. Draw. Power Plant. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Talisman. Pass. In that case, we'll play the Mycospawn before we play the Power Plant then. Frog will connect down to 19 unless you want to pitch a card. You pitch a push. Honestly, surprised you didn't take out the pushes entirely. Down to 18. Up to 6 cards in hand. Worst case scenario here is a consigned memory. Maybe an argument to use the K command as permission, as they're currently holding up 3. Yes, let's do that. Hold the K command, use it as permission. End step, Cling to Dust. Bowmaster, resolve, sure. Down to 17. Go to combat. Let's K command, ramp and exile. Attempt to exile the frog. Paying cost for counterspell, sure. Frog and crew will connect down to 13 unless they pitch a card. They'll pitch Betrayal, sure. Down to 12, draw a card. Do you find a land for turn? You do not. Power plant. In that case, let us cast Mycospawn. Yield all. Do you have consigned to memory? You do. Yeah, I was hoping I'd get that out of hand, but no such luck. We'll pass. And pass 2, 3, 6, 7. We have Devour next turn. They'll likely Float Frog here. Yep, Float Frog. Attack with Frog and Crew. Interesting. We'll block the Bowmaster. Pitch 1 Chitong. 3 in hand. Harbinger. That's shocking. Why would you pitch the Harbinger? Draw. Lethal's on board, though, which is notable. We need the frog gone no matter what. We get hosed by Consign if we play Devourer. So I'm going to do something interesting and bait out with Karn the Great Creator. If they're smart, they won't counter it, though, is the problem. They'll just try and counter whatever I pull with Karn. Damn. Okay, command X equals 2, leaves back 5. It's not like I have Needle in the sideboard. I guess we could Tormod's Crypt, but I have enough in hand to pitch. Yeah. So I think I have to just go for the Devourer then. There's the Devourer. Do you have Consign? I can only imagine you do since you pitched the Harbinger. Yes, you do. At this point, I'll concede. Alright, let's move the sideboard. We'll take out the gemstone. What? Bring in Karn, bring in Ballista. I'd say either Karn or Ugin here. I'm gonna say Ugin. The cast trigger is relevant, even if the body doesn't stick. On the play for game 3 rather. We'll keep. So you find off the Devourer. Bottom Mulligan's down to 5. That's promising. Down to 4. That's a big oof. That's a big oof. We'll reveal Devourer trigger. There's Myco spawn. We'll grab the Myco for the turn 2 play. Force check, no force, and pass. Thinking we go Tower Myco, Power Plant. Do you have Consign to Memory? And there's the Consign. We'll pass and pass. You have an early body on board, which is relevant. Opponent will Surveil. 3 in hand. Keep it on top, we'll draw. It is a forest. No reason to show them the temple right now, I don't think. We'll play the forest. Go to combat. Attack for 3. I guess if I wanted to exile something, maybe I should have. But they're tapped out now. Ugin Lab, Imprint Sire. Ugin, target, yield all. Do you have a force? There's the force, pitching sync. Go to combat, swing. Down to 14 pass. Worst case scenario here is Harbinger. Quantum Riddler, draw 2. Do you find a land drop for turn? No, land drop will draw. Let's return Sire to hand. Play Temple. Sire on board's pretty hard for them to deal with. Swing for 3, down to 11. 1 shy of lethal. Delta represents lethal. Riddler, draw a card. They can't fetch the polluted Delta unless they have a way to deal with either Mycospawn or Sire. Draw. Go to combat. Down to 1. Actually, I haven't hit our land drop for turn, have we? Map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crack map. Temple, and we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. All right, we'll be back for match number 4. All right, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. Sure, we'll play the numbers. Looking for a Tron land off of the Devourer. 8 hits off the top and digging for deep. Trigger. We find the power plant. Tower, map, force check and pass. No force. And pass. Marsh Flats. They have prismatic ending. That would be problematic. You have a Talisman as a turn 2 play, but doesn't exactly do much. Sacred Foundry, Shock 17 is this energy. Prismatic. Damn. That is quite unfortunate. Energy doesn't only play prismatic, does it? We have 7 hits off top now. 3 map and 4 mine. Otherwise, I suppose any land will get us Karn on board, which will be nice. Steam Vents looking like Blink. We're going to see a Riddler. Dashed Rag. Ragavan will connect. Ragavan will pilfer. Urza Mine. Hit my 7. Now I'm now have 6 hits off top. Ragavan always finds the card you want, guaranteed every time. Karn, do you have consign? Karn plus on the treasure, or do we minus for the map, actually? Karn minus for the map. Yes. Grab map. Pass. And pass. Only way they can kill Karn here is probably Flage, Bolt, Discharge. Dashed Rag, do you connect with Karn or me? Imagine Karn. Connect with Karn, yep, that's fine. We draw Myco Spawn. I mean, regardless, we get hit by Consign. So let's start with what they know. We'll play the map. Does map land? Map does land. We can now crack it for mine, leaving us with 5, but not enough. So I'm thinking I don't want to plus on the talisman. It turns off the microspawn entirely. Yeah, so I think we just crack map for mine. Let's plus on the treasure, first off and foremost. Crack for the mine. Play the mine. Do we play the Karn? We could, but it's not entirely necessary. If they had a way to deal with Karn without hitting it, they would have. So they're probably going to send a dashed rag back at Karn again, would be my guess. Which I'm fine with. Arid Mesa fetch. Surveil, looking for Flage. They don't have Consign in hand, which is good news for us. Fable to Yard will pass in full. Land for turn, 6 in hand, one of them's Rag. Speaking of, there's a dashed Rag going for Karn, which is fine. Next turn we have a kicked Myco Spawn if we want. We have an Ugin, which is pretty much GG's in this matchup. Karn down. Scouting turn fetch down to 12. Snow-covered mountain. And Riddler, draw card. Cool, cool. Dash and warp. And draw. 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, -3. Actually, I guess it'd be 11 -5 would be 6. We can double kick here, yeah? Alright, so let me confirm Force isn't an exile, does not. So kick number 1, go for their white source. Grab a forest. Kick number 2. I guess we could have went for double blue. Go for their blue source. And grab tower. I don't think it matters now, honestly. And pass. Flooded Strand. Fetch down to 11. 6 cards in hand. One's Ragavan. Hollowed Fountain Shock down to 9. Is this a Flage? It's a Fable. So we're going to drop Ugin. Draw. Power Plant. Ugin. Ugin exile the Fable. Force check. Ugin plus, draw card. Another Myco Spawn kick. Ugin, target, Myco Spawn, and Puddle scooped up. We'll take the win. Alright. Blink, blink, blink. What do we want to bring in? We want the Dismembers to stay. We could bring in Flutes. It's been a while since I played against Blink. Let me take a look at the list. Let's see. Jeskai, Blink. Not running Forces. Running Strict Serenade to some degree, but 3 Charmaws in the sideboard's kind of rough. So in that case, yeah, we definitely need Flute. I'd say TKS is good. We want Ugin. Still on 3 consigned mains, 3 Charmaws on the side, some number of Damping Spheres sometimes. So yeah, Flute naming Charmaw is not bad preemptively. But what do we cut for it is the question. Devour or no? Sire, no. Ulamog might be a yes. They don't have much in the way of removal for the TKS. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, because we definitely want the flutes. Let's say we'll go down on TKS. Run it back. Maybe should have went down 1 Ulamog. May have been right. I mean, yeah, we'll keep it. Make him have it. We'll pass. Also, if we find a Talisman, I might go Talisman instead of Mind Map. Because again, it plays into a Prismatic. Archive, keeps it on top. Trigger. There's Flute. Interesting. Otherwise, I guess we could go TKS on 2, but I'm inclined to go Flute here. We're gonna force him to have the Prismatic, so let's go map, pass. And basically what I might just do here is that instead of cracking map on 2, we might just go Flute if they show the potential for Charmaw. Right now they don't have double red, so I'm not too pressed. Yeah, the Prismatic. You do not. Could be Felia. We'll draw. Oh, there's the Talisman. A bit late, though. Huh. Interesting. I could try and represent that my hand is worse than it is by going Lab Imprint Talisman rather than Tower. I still think I do go... The only problem is this. If they do have the Felia like I think they do, and I go Flute named Charmaw, they can just attack with Felia, right? I think I actually want to misrepresent my hand here. Lab Imprint Devourer. And cast the Talisman. And we'll pass. Fetch 19. We could name Felia, theoretically. No, I still think I play around Charmaw. Let this resolve. Okay, so no Felia, that's good. No Surveil. Do we crack the map? No, I think we just going to Flute here. Do you have Consign? Because next turn we can go Tower T, or rather, we can go Myco Spawn, Tower TKS. The map at this point is kind of just a ruse. White? No, that was a misclick. I'm imagining blue for consign. That means they don't have Charmaw. Yep, there's the consign. We'll pass in full. So no Charmaw for right now. Arid Mesa fetch. We're gonna see a dashed rag, maybe? Otherwise, what would be the play here? Sacred Foundry, Shock. And I guess Prismatic on Talisman's potential, but looking like either Riddler or Dashed Rag. There's Riddler, which means that we are clear to go off next turn. Riddler Warp. We'll draw. Temple. So we play the tower. Cast Myco Spawn. Trigger, grab Power Plant. And cast TKS. Let's take a look at that hand of yours, friend. You can Solitude the TKS, but that's fine. We're really just digging for Charmaw at this point. Show me the Solitude, pitching Solitude, yield all. TKS trigger. We find Teferi, Ephem, and Fable. We can get rid of the Fable, so I don't really care about that. We get rid of the Teferi then. And we'll pass. And pass. I guess like worst case scenario here is they draw in the Charmaw Ephem. So maybe I should have taken the Ephem. Maybe. Scouting Tarn. One unknown. Yeah, in retrospect, probably taking the Ephem would have been right. And there's Fable. We'll be able to exile the Fable to Devourer. Still one unknown in hand. We're going to exile the Fable so they can't go digging. Now at this point we just need to draw into gas. Ugin, K-Command, Karn. I also think as far as sideboard concerned in this matchup, taking out Ulamog's definitely right. Second main phase, Scouting Tarn, fetch, Solid Fountain, Shock. What for? White, Prismatic on map? Yes. Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay. Flute. Return Devour to hand. We'll play the Temple. Cast Devourer. Devour the Fable. So Charmaw goes up to 8, then down 5. So I'd still be able to play Charmaw. We, in that case, might just hold Flute to name Ephem. interestingly enough. Charmal 2, yeah, I think Ephem is right. Do they have a Riddler warped? They do. Disruptor Flute. Name Quantum Riddler. Pass and full. Sorry, friend. Ain't gonna work that way. It costs 3 more. Draw. Lethal's on board. They're forced to block, but we have Ugin to exile and close it out. And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid win against Blink. We'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. We'll pass in full. So we're going to tuck the Sire, cast the Talisman, Mountain, Ragavan. Of course it's a Ragavan. It's always a Ragavan. It's always a godforsaken Ragavan. As long as we don't see Blood Moon on 2 here, it's fine. Map. Okay, interesting. We're still going to stick with this plan, but we'll be able to play the map regardless. We'll pass. So I'm going to guess energy based on the basic mountain, though I guess it could be Blink. Ragavan Pilfers hits the Mycospawn. That would have been really nice, actually. Bloodstained Mire, fetch, Sacred Foundry Shock. As long as we don't see a Blood Moon on 2, we're okay. Whoa, Overgrown Tomb. What? Jund? What this? Tarmogoyf. Is this Boomer Jund? Thoughtseize? Beseiju. Okay. That's interesting. Ooh. 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 Interesting. I mean, I'm not exactly fearing the Goyf right now, but I want that Ragavan dead. How do I want to go about this? We don't have Tron for a bit here. We can go Temple, exile the Rag, and Scrydraw. Because we want to get the Rag down. So we could go Power Plant, K Command, X1, then set up for Tron on what? 4? And let's go for Tron. So, looks like Boomer Jund. The problem with this K command is going to grow this Goyf. Do they have any more Beseijus? They're strip mines at this point. Good combat. K command. Let's Scrydraw exile. Exile the Rag. And done. Rag down. Another K command. We love that. We'll pass in full. Goyf will smack us for 3. Down to 15. At least now they're not pilfering. So we have Tower, hold up K command, and Tron. Oh, son of a bitch. Ren 6 picks up a Beseiju. That's a problem. So we can do one of a few things here. They're going to want to Beseiju loop me, right? So Besage in hand, 2 unknowns. We can use the temple as bait. Using the temple as bait's not a bad idea. The other option is to play the second power plant. We also could play TKS as a blocker. The Saga is also an issue because we need to pressure this Renin 6. So do we power plant, play TKS, rip a card out of hand? The only issue is they're going to definitely be able to make blockers with the Saga. Temple bait Beseiju. Because they're going to fire off the Beseiju. There's no way they don't. Yeah. Alright. I think I have an idea. Let's go Temple. We're going to pass. We're going to bait out the Beseiju with the Temple. Saga trigger. If they choose to hold the Beseiju, that means they're not making a construct at least. Tarmogoyf will connect down to 12. Second main, do we Beseiju? Perfect. So we're going to float, and Ren 6 does target. We've already phase changed. That's fine. Resolve. I will not search. We only have one basic. Run in 6, target Beseiju. K command, exile cards in yard. Do we ramp or scry draw? X equals 3. I mean, we have the TKS. I think we scry draw here. No, I think I ramp, actually. So we are going to ramp, and 1, 2, and done. X equals 3. Beseiju out. Fails. Verdant Cat, 2 in hand. In the worst case scenario here is they have a second Beseiju. I'd love to see something like an Ugin or Devourer here. Second TKS is okay. I will play the tower. Here's TKS. Let's take a peek. Verdant Catacomb fetch Fatal Push. That'd be my guess. Yep, there's the push trigger. Yield all. Another push. Take the push. I'll be able to grab back Renin 6. We also need to be mindful of the potential. Like, there's a very small potential, but there's potential that they have Pithy Needle off of Saga main. So I'm likely going to have to crack map here. Just means this Gold is going to smack me in the face if they choose to ping the spawn. I think, well, no. Ooh, you didn't make a construct. Why? Why would you not make a construct? I think I need to crack the map. Do we need to crack the map right now? We don't need to. Well, if they play Needle Main, we do. But there's a chance they don't. Not many decks play Needle Main right now. But this is an off-meta deck. So I can't say with any degree of certainty whether or not they do. I mean, if they do, we have 7, 8 mana still. Fine. Let it go. Show me a needle. This way I can block Goyf. Try and stabilize a bit. Because then we can block sack, crack if they don't have a needle. Being green with Saga main, I'd imagine at least a Haywire. Okay, yep, that's right. At the very least, a Haywire might. So the question now is, do you grab back Saga, or do you hold the Wrenn and 6 to ping a spawn? Target the map. Yeah. I mean, I think I have to do this now. Which means they're going to ping a spawn with the Wrenn and 6. Grab the mine, pass in full. FOMO. What hodgepodge of BS is this? Jesus. So I desperately need removal here. Down to 6. Because we're dead to FOMO beats. Verdant Catacomb empty-handed. No reason to play the Verdant Cat there. Though I guess maybe now you can Surveil. Fair point. Draw. Something. Something good. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's enough. So we currently have access to... Yes, we can grab Tower and then TKS as well. So might go kick. You have one red source, but you have the fetches. So we'll just take your green. We'll grab Tower. Play TKS. It won't rip anything from hand, but it will act as a blocker, and that's what I needed to do. Because now they attack with FOMO. We block FOMO, then we have to block Goyf, so we're not dead on board, which is what is relevant. But we're still top decking for our lives here. We still need Karn, Ugin, Devour, or what have you. Well, I guess if they attack with Goyf, we can double block Goyf, right? Kill the Goyf? FOMO target what? Target Goyf? Yeah, we just double block the Goyf, right? But then I guess we're dead to the FOMO. Oh no, so no, we're still good. So block the Goyf, block the FOMO. Yeah, so we do it like this, block Goyf, block FOMO. FOMO down. Do you have a push? Oh, you just choose not to attack. Oh no, you do. Then we block the Goyf. Yeah, that's fine. I feel like that was bad for them. I feel like if they just attacked the Goyf, that would have been better, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? Grab Saga, but now you have to wait a turn to apply pressure? I guess 2 turns, actually. Thoughtseize? Yeah, I feel like just attacking the Goyf there is right, instead of attacking with both FOMO and Goyf. Dismember? Don't want it, but we'll take it. Thankfully, you have the Talisman of Resilience, so it's only 2 damage, down to 4. Picks up the Verdant Cat. We do need to deal with this Wrenn and 6 shortly, though. This Wrenn and 6 is going to be a problem when it ults. Alright, Ugin, Devourer, Sire, 7 deaths. Not TKS. Let's take a look for TKS. TKS will see nothing. Yep, you got it. So they'll make a construct. They might be inclined to attack here, we'll see. Stomping Ground tapped. No, I mean, there's no world where they attack here, right? Make another construct. Shadow Spear. Ooh, push. Yes. That will resolve. Equip Spear. Or rather, grab Saga. Play Saga, equip Spear. Yes. So in response to the equip, we'll hit the construct. Confirming which one. Oh, opponent messed up. Opponent. They meant to equip and they accidentally activated it instead. So construct down, we'll pass down to 3. One unknown in hand. I need Ugin, I need Devourer, I need Karn, K command even. We'll concede. That's the one thing about Tron sometimes. There's just so much fluff. Let's go to sideboard. Flute seems good here. Gemstone out. TKS trim. Chalice and TKS trim. Let's run it back like this. Yeah, unfortunately, my top deck was not kind to me there, and theirs was much better by comparison. We're so close there. Like, if we hit any of our haymakers, it's just game over. We just didn't see anything. We saw all of our TKSs, none of our Karns, none of our Ugins, none of our Devourers, just nothing. Alright, on the play for game 2. I will keep. Depending on what we see off Devour will determine whether or not we go for Tron or if we go for an early TKS. I might just go for the early TKS, though. Let's see. Mine Power Plant don't need. Tempted to go for the Ugin. I think if Ugin hits board, it's pretty much GG's. So turn 2 TKS. Wooded Foothill fetch Thoughtseize on 1? Or is a rag? I'm gonna say Thoughtseize though. Ping cost 4. Or not. Ping cost 4. Thoughtseize. Takes the TKS, so instead we're going to pivot and ramp to the Ugin. We'll draw. Mine. Talisman, pass. And hold. We are one short of Ugin next turn. What say you, opponent? Saga. Trigger. Okay. FOMO. Sure. FOMO trigger. Inquisition out, okay. Pass. And draw. Myco spawn? A. That is perfect. So Myco kick the Saga. So I have some interesting choices here. We can go for Tower to complete Tron, which I think is correct. The only thing I fear, of course, is a Thoughtseize to hit Ugin, but then at least we have Devour's backup, so I will complete Tron. And we'll pass. Because now if they besiege you, we grab a forest, and from there we can still play the Devour to eat the FOMO. Another Saga. Okay. Ragavan or Bolt? Ragavan. Ragavan's fine. No attacks from FOMO. We'll draw. Talisman. Cast Ugin. Target FOMO. And we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Yeah, like I said, I think once Ugin hits board, there's almost nothing they can do about it. We'll take the Chalice out since we'll be on the draw here. Bring the Gemstone back in and run it back. Alrighty. Oh, that's fascinating. We're gonna play the numbers. Yeah, we'll play the numbers. We'll keep. This is such a stupid hand. This is such a stupid hand to keep. We're gonna do it. So we're going to reveal, play, and exile and pass. Show me a soul land. I'd love a lab. Lab would be even better, but soul land would be fine. If you take my talisman, I'm gonna cry. Another Goyf is fine. Trigger 1, trigger 2. Digging. We'll take a land no matter what. So, power plant. Take the power plant. Not what I wanted to see. We'll pass. Now we need a land off top. Of course, now I'm going to ask my deck to flood me out, and it's not going to. Watch. Saga trigger. FOMO, pitch. Oh, pitches might. Pretty decent pitch for another Goyf. 2 down to 18. I need a land here. Alright. Karn doesn't seem correct. Instead we'll go TKS as a blocker. Thoughtseize, Heat, Ren and 6. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, heat is a problem. Seas grows the Goyf and hits my Karn. Huh. I think I take the seas, question mark? Because they can't play the Ren and 6. They can play the Unholy Heat and they can play the seas, but the Heat doesn't have Delirium. I guess they can offer me the Nethergoy for FOMO to block and then heat me, but I don't need to take it. Otherwise, the seas will take Karn, and that's our only castable right now. So I think we have to take the seas. We'll pass. And pass. Saga trigger. Did you find a land? You did not. Again, I don't need to take this block, do I? I don't feel like I need to. Like, yeah, we could take the Nethergoyf or the FOMO, but then it gives them a card with the TKS. Yeah, I think we just take the beat. Because basically, he at that point reads sack a card, destroy a creature, draw a card for 1. Grow the Goyf by 1. But I guess we can then Karn Tormod's Crypt, get rid of the Goyf, but right now they're light on lands. Oh, this is so weird. I think I take the 4. I think I take the 4. Because I don't want to give them land for Saga. So I don't want to draw them more cards. Of course, if they, like, 1000 IQ played that, they didn't. Thank God. We'll draw. Power Plant. If I can draw into a soul land next turn, we're in a good spot. So we're going to play Karn the Great Creator. That's my sideboard. We could minus Karn for Tormod's Crypt to shrink the Nethergoyf. There is another interesting play here with Karn, actually. There's a very interesting play here. And that's grabbing Trinisphere. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. So we can do one of two things. We can plus Karn on nothing. I don't want to plus it on the Talisman because it just eats the Unholy Heat, which I don't really want. But I'll probably also pocket it because they want to deal with the TKS anyways. We could plus Karn on nothing. Or we could minus Karn for Trinisphere. We're not playing Trinisphere this turn, though, and it's unlikely that Karn dies. Though I guess, actually, Nethergoyf grows by 2 with Saga and Yard. So, Karn going... Actually, no. Yeah, we need to go for Tormod's Crypt. Karn minus. We do have some stuff in exile, specifically a Talisman and Flute, but I think I actually need to grab Tormod's Crypt. Because otherwise Goyf grows and FOMO is online since they have Delirium. So we need to go Crypt. Yeah, kind of awkward, but I think it is correct. So no attacks with the TKS. Saga trigger, float. Okay. We could Tormod's Crypt now. Because the moment that Saga hits Yard, it turns on Unholy Heat. Which means that... Yeah, I think I actually have to Crypt now. Because if I don't Crypt now, it's guaranteed that they can heat. Or I guess... Because we have to do before attackers, then they just heat the TKS. And I guess hit Karn for 3 anyways. So yeah, let's Tormod's Crypt now. Prior to the resolution. So Crypt down. Pass. This ensures Heat's never online. Ensures FOMO's never online. And we pretty much just go mana neutral. Or I pretty much go neutral, but opponent hits another Saga, Jesus. Grr. If I can draw into a soul land, we're in business. So they both attack Karn, that's a given. Do we block is the question. No matter what, Karn will likely die. I guess that's such a good question. So if we block... We have to block Nether Goyf. If we block FOMO, Goyf grows by 2, and we can't allow that. So we block Goyf. FOMO hits Karn down to 1. I suppose then they can heat the TKS, but keeps Karn on board, which they don't want. But then they draw a card. They played a land for turn, so they've already missed their Renin 6 for turn. Otherwise, we give them the Karn, count them back to square 1 again. Yeah, we'll block the Goyf. Let's see if they heat the Karn then. Or heat the TKS. At least if they heat the TKS now, they can't then play 6. We'll draw. Not the time for Devourer. That's unfortunate. We'll plus Karn. Oh, FOMO's online now, though. Yeah. That's so awkward. Karn plus. They're gonna get 2 attacks with FOMO. Saga trigger, 3 in hand, 2 unknown. Have you found a land yet? You have. So 6 is online. FOMO attacks Karn for 2, and then me for 2, down to 12. Well, Saga's online. I need a soul land here, desperately. Bloodstained fetch for a green source, Renin 6, or do you stick with the Saga Beats? Honestly, you might want to stick with the Saga Beats, if I'm being honest. I think that applies more pressure right now than the Renin 6, by comparison. There's a 6. Pick up the fetch. Show me a soul land. We didn't see a soul land at all here, so we have 8 hits out of 44. Draw. Close, but no cigar. We'll pass and pass. Maybe I did need to block the FOMO. Wait, why did you not make a construct? That's concerning. Do not tell me I besage you. Shadow Spear, that's 6 damage, 7 with the Ren and 6. So again, I need a land here. Any land will do. Land, K command, both would work. Bloodstainmire fetch, down to 20. What do you grab? Stomping Ground, Shock 18. Charma, shit. Of all things. Alright, we're back needing a soul land off top. Alright, soul land or bust. Well, yeah, no, soul land or bust. Draw. Damn. That's so unfortunate. Could I have played that differently? Potentially. I mean, I think blocking the Goyf was correct because I decided to heat the Karn instead of the TKS, but that's unlikely. Hitting the TKS was correct because left the Karn unguarded. The Charmal just absolutely hosed me there. If they drew into that, that was the best top deck they could have asked for. Because I literally have just so much mana if they didn't. I mean, yeah, we're dead. There's no ifs and buts about it. We'll concede. Alright. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. With that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's league with a forward record at the end of 5. Really close game there. Definitely wasn't sure what I was playing against. Not entirely sure what was in the deck, but good guess. The Charmaz, I think, were a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting more Besajus, maybe Dam Spheres, but the Charmaz I was not expecting. Unfortunately, it just got us at the right time, because if they did not have the Charmal, we had, what, 2, 8, 11, 12, 13? So I guess we still would have only been able to single cast, not double cast. But that single cast alone would have been pretty good. Regardless, though, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback, much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me and both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. That being said though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!